Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Sid Meier's... I almost called Civilization. Sid Meier's Beyond Earth. Rising Tide. We are playing as Chungsu. The reason we're playing as Chungsu is because they're aquatic and we wanted to see more of the new content that this DLC has brought. So far, it's not really let us down, I guess. Not really let me down. Seems to be some interesting new stuff here. So we are currently working towards a trade depot, and then after whoa, okay, there we go. Working towards a trade depot, and after that we're going to do a colonist to finish up our quest. The reason we didn't do the colonist first because we're trying to get our civilization pop. Oh, actually, I did that the wrong way. No, actually, I didn't. Okay. All right. Well, or maybe I did. Maybe I queued up the wrong thing. Maybe I should have queued up the laboratory. Huh. Oh well. Mistakes were made. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure there's going to be many, many more mistakes in this game before I'm done. Well, we're still putting around looking for resource pods and just kind of like scouting the area, seeing what's around. 2 floatstone. Where's our explorer? What are you doing all the way up here? You're supposed to be heading home, brother. Alright, what needs orders? This does. Crabs. You know, I am 33 years old, and I have never had crab in my life. Outside of, like, when it's, a part of something, like, crab rangoon or something like that, which most restaurants, I always kind of doubt if there's actually any crab in the crab rangoon. I figure it's just cream cheese, but I kind of let it go because it's so delicious anyways that I don't really care. You can call it whatever you want. I'd eat it. There we go.
If the personality
consider new traits. If the personality traits you currently have...
exchange them for new ones. You have enough diplomatic capital to do this now. Visit the diplomacy section and see if any of the alternative traits are more attractive.
And we'll check that out. I've got to get in the habit of, whenever these pop-ups pop up, of not talking over the voiceover. Alright, well, let's check that out, I suppose. Personality traits. So we could add a personality trait. Well, it said we could, but we don't have enough diplomatic capital. Yeah, it's very strange why that popped up. Maybe it was just getting us ready for it. Okay, so we have another module now. We need to head off and do another round of exploration. So here is a colony lander up here and a crashed satellite and a resource pod. So I'm thinking, let's head up here, grab this resource pod, and do this crashed satellite. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to take us a bit to get up there, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't think anybody will get to it, but maybe. Marvel discovered. A colossal alien device has been discovered on the planet's icy surface, rising high into the sky. The structure appears to be millennia old, built from materials that have withstood eons of decay. Mankind can only hope to understand the technologies in use. A closer examination reveals that the central spire houses a massive drill reaching far below the planet's crust. At those depths, no metal should survive the planet's intense heat. Radio interference at the site suggests the device may be communicating with something nearby. There must be more alien structures on this planet. Okay. Interesting. We found that? How did we find that? We didn't find that. Somebody else must have found that. Okay, interesting. So we have the station charter. Several new ventures wish to establish their operation near us, or near our territory. So this is a familiar quest to me. You basically pick a kind of like a city-state or station that suits what you like better. So we have two choices, Shackleton or Camp Cascade. Shackleton will give us 1 culture, 1 production, and 2 science if we give them a trade route. Camp Cascade will give us 2 food and 2 energy. I think we're probably going to go Camp Cascade. Probably. And what's this? Is this the new one? Yeah. Investigate alien structures. Okay. Interesting. Let's go Camp Cascade. And they're also aquatic. Cool. So we'll get a trade route with them pretty soon. That +2 food will help us out. Help us pop faster, which is good. Faster pops. All right. And keep going, gunboat. There's a resource pod, but it's on land. So now we're kind of in space that we've already explored. We're just kind of admiring the aquatic aliens that are both awesome and terrifying at the same time. We researched physics.
Such as navigation in a spaceship approaching light speed.
Okay. So that gives us the Ranger military unit, allows the observatory, launch complex, and dry dock buildings, which we were very interested in the dry dock building. Alright, we're heading up this direction. Unfortunately, the Explorer is fairly slow, but that's okay. Alright, so we finished our farm and immediately got our 5th pop. So very, very good. What are we going to do now? Well, the game is suggesting that we construct a farm there. I mean, I don't know. We're going to want to mine that. If we mine that, it'll give us extra culture. This is going to be work barged, so that does leave this. So what are our options here? Well, let's move over here, then we'll take a look at it next turn, I guess. Quests updated. Our relic has provoked an ideological split among our citizens, so this is an old quest too. Some believe the old Earth relic is instrumental as a source of solace for the grief people feel over their lost world. They want it left in reverent peace as a shrine. Others think it represents a valuable repository of traditional wisdom that must be studied and displayed publicly if humanity is to embrace their new home. So we'll have to make a decision on that. Yeah, we can support a new trade route. We grew to 5 citizens, which is awesome. So we have to make a quest decision. So if we leave them untouched, all relics get free maintenance. If we open them to the public, we get +1 culture. I think we open them to the public. Because I don't really see money being too much of a problem. So we'll take that culture. Taking that culture. Alright, let's choose our research. So what are our options? Well, ecology is tempting. Even though, you know, I haven't really seen any miasma on the ocean, but then again, I haven't really been paying too much of attention. I'm assuming we're definitely going to be moving our city around some, so this will be needed. The thermohaline rudder. Cyto Nursery doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it would give us science and health, which is good. But I'd probably just build a pharma lab and, you know, say, oh, good. Engineering would reveal titanium, which is important. Planetary survey. I think this might be the way we go because we want to get a trade route going with that other... with that station. So let's go planetary survey. And let's take a look and see what's going on here. Alright, so the computer put our pop into this. And I'm fine with that. It's not really much, you know, like much else in the way that we could do. We're going to have to move our city pretty soon to gain. Let's make sure. I mean, it says we can click to purchase the plot of land. If we were to purchase a plot of land, which one would we buy? Probably this. Okay. So, I'm thinking we go over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Keep on growing. All right, so colonists. We'll produce a colonist in 7 turns. In the meantime, we're not growing, which is okay. That's okay. What if we swap that up? What if we went back over here? Well, let's try it. Let's just see. Let's just see. So if we put you here, 8 turns. Okay, so the colonist is not affected. Doesn't look like the colonist is affected by the production. It's affected more by the food. It's like you're adding that population growth into that colonist. That makes sense. All right. Let's go to our next turn. We will have enough diplomatic capital to upgrade some traits.
You have enough diplomatic capital to upgrade one of your personality traits. Upgrading a trait will make its benefits stronger and your colony more powerful. Visit the diplomacy section and examine your traits to see which one you would like to improve.
All right. Thank you for that. Well, let's take a look at it while it's fresh on our mind. So right now our trait is the unique character trait. Start with 1 free covert agent. Each successful covert operation in a foreign city rewards 10 signs. Well, we haven't found any foreign cities yet, so we could upgrade, and that would give us even more science per rank. We could also add a personality trait. Let's take a look at this. Interesting. Interesting. So we could go a few different directions here. We could go humanitarian, which would increase food yield, which seems decent. Okay, wow, that's pretty good. I don't think this is necessary on lower difficulties, but I could see this being pretty good on harder difficulties where it's harder to maintain your health, especially if you're playing wide and not tall. All right, production, culture, energy. So basically, you have 1 for each different resource. You can also go combat, trade routes, orbitals, or intrigue. All right, let's look at the other one. What about political? Nice, interesting. Well, this isn't going to be anything for us. We don't pop our city from culture. So this centers all around having agreements, it seems like. That's pretty good. That would be really good for us, because we're going to be wanting to do as many operations as we can. My military. Yeah, that would be good for us right there, since that's kind of how we pop our borders. Not bad. Not bad again. Okay, I think what we're going to do, though, I don't think we're going to do this because it would be kind of dead right now to us. Let's pick something that we can get some good use out of, which would definitely be this humanitarian. So let's take that. So now we have 2 traits. We have humanitarian and this bonus trait here. All right, cool. My affinity, right now we have no affinity, because we haven't researched anything to give us affinity. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy about that, and you can see it bump down the time on our colonist another turn, because, you know, it increased our yield from food. Great. Okay, so this worker here, we could build a farm, which would give us an additional food, so it would produce 1 food, 1 production, 2 energy, if we worked it. We could build a mine, which would bump it up to 3 production. And we could also construct a generator. And that's our choices. So I'm thinking at this point in the game, we probably would want to go food to grow our city even faster. And then with the mindset of maybe later in the game swapping it over to a mine. Alternatively, we could kind of go the middle path and make a mine here. Because I don't think we can build mines out here. And this is a rare kind of like land you know, like a land tile for us. So let's go mine. Let's go mine. Actually, changed my mind, and that does happen. I will change my mind from time to time. Okay, next turn. So we're going this direction. Good, good. Let's just kind of go up here, see what's going on. We've kind of made a nice circle around our base now, so we know what's generally around us. Quests updated. For your eyes only. A mysterious encrypted transmission was received from an unknown origin. After some considerable effort, it has been decoded. The clear text reads, "The Culper cell requires infrastructure for covert operations. Should you choose to accept, you'll be rewarded in time." All right. Well, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go up there and grab that resource pod, and then hit the. We're gonna hit the crash satellite. Now, I wonder, we do have a quest for, what is this? Investigate alien structures? Don't we have an alien structure down here already? Yeah. Yeah, we do. We should reverse course on this guy up here and send him to that alien structure. Unless we have to send an explorer. We might have to send an explorer. I don't know. I don't know. I'm learning just like you guys are learning. Alright, grab that. Oh. It's kind of funny. We couldn't go on land, I don't think. We got 40 energy, and we discovered an artifact. It's battered. So I guess there are 3 tiers. It's battered, worn, and pristine. It's a clean air generator, a large structure used to generate breathable air. Generators such as this one became commonplace on Earth as the air became too polluted to filter. That's a bummer. Rather than trying to create more powerful filtering technology, civil engineers installed these generators along major thoroughfares and public buildings. People could purchase one for their homes, although the cost to run one was prohibitively expensive. Not fun. Whoa! We just accidentally hit a resource pod. Not going to complain. Not going to complain there. Oh, we did go on land. Cool. Alright, what do we got over here? Yep, we read that. Discovered a new artifact. We know about that. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do kind of want to look at that artifact screen. Alright, we'll move you up there and construct an expedition. I want you to head down here. Okay, yeah, artifacts. Alright, so I want to check this out. I want to see... We know that these 3, if you put these 3 together, it gives you like a building, this observatory. What if you take this out and put this in? Same thing. Okay, so this gives old voice archives. 10% yields when at war. Well, hopefully we're going to be avoiding that. Xenomath bathhouse. +2 culture units heal 100% after 1 turn in the city. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. And what does this by itself give us? Production. Okay. I'm probably going to be one of those types of guys that like hoards all of his artifacts and never does anything with them because he doesn't know what to do with them and he's worried he's making the wrong decision. That's me. I do that in a lot of games. Like, I'll sit on very valuable things that I can use because I'm, like, worried that I'm making the wrong decision. Too tentative. Too tentative. Alright, new quest here. What goes around? If we are to survive on this planet, we must be conscious of our new ecosystem. Luckily, we've learned from our past mistakes and have already instated a consistent recycling policy. The benefits of recycling are already known to us, but what of the recycled goods? Low-quality goods can be produced more quickly, thereby reaching more people. On the other hand, high-quality goods are sturdier and can be used for more demanding work, such as food production. In the long run, which will be more beneficial? Alright, so we have to pick. Low-quality recycled goods gives us plus 10% worker speed. High-quality gives us plus 1 food from recyclers. I think we take the high quality recycled goods because I think in the long run both of these are pretty useless. I mean, you could argue that the worker speed is good, all through the game. And I wouldn't necessarily say that it isn't, but I'm not sure, like, if you're going tall, which I'm not sure if we're going to go tall or wide. If we're going to, like, have just a few cities that are huge, or if we're going to have many cities that are small. If you go wide, yeah, this would be pretty good, but if you go tall, it's not as good. So I'm going to take this. This gives us benefit right now. Okay, quest complete. Very good. Duel of Virtue. So we could take earn extra culture equal to 30% of net positive health. So like right now, our health is like 5 or 6, so that would give us like 1 or 2 extra culture. Each city tile generates 0.25 science for every pop. So that would give us just like 1 extra science a turn. Let's go ahead and take this, because we're about to found an outpost. Get rid of that. Alright, well, I think that's a pretty good place for us to call it. So in our next video, we're going to get our colonists. So we're going to have to pick a nice outpost spot to where we can grow that outpost. It has to be coastal, and then it can move off into the water, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of a neat mechanic. So, yeah, we'll be doing that in the next video. So thank you guys for joining me, and until next time, game on.